Hi everyone, my name is Charissa, and 11 years ago my life flipped upside down when doctors put me on a feeding tube at 65 pounds and told me I wasn't going to make it. I lost almost everything, including my freedom to drive, leave the house, eat, take in sufficient water, work, and so much more. But God spoke a better word, and I am still here today, continuing to fight for my life. I have been officially disabled for the past 14 years, but chronic illness entered my life much earlier. I have been given more than 100 different diagnostic labels, but most of them fall underneath three overarching conditions: chronic inflammatory response syndrome due to mold and biotoxin exposures, also known as CIRS, multiple chemical sensitivities, also known as MCS, and mast cell activation syndrome, also known as MCAS. All of these are interrelated, and along with many other factors in my history of Lyme disease, have wreaked havoc on every system of my body, especially my gut, liver, adrenals, immune system, and detox pathways. In 2015, I had to leave behind all I had ever known, including my home, family, and friends, in search of a place where I could heal without continual mold exposures. My journey over the past 7 years has held nonstop moves across 4 different states, along with the loneliest days and the most brutal battles just to keep breathing one more day. I am presently facing some huge mountains. My liver has been functioning at 40% and at times even lower, and my adrenals and immune system at 20%. I now eat 7 or 8 foods and am no longer on a feeding tube or PICC line, which is amazing. But I often spend my entire day into the night and early morning hours just trying to take in enough food and water to stay alive, all the while dealing with constant reactions to foods and other things in my environment. I have at least 30 plus reactions on average a day and catch every virus that crosses my path. The symptoms and pain are so debilitating that it can often take everything just to keep breathing. I recently had the image of myself trying to ascend a descending escalator while at the same time fighting the flu, dehydration, malnourishment, and while wearing a massive backpacker's backpack. It took all I had just not to end up at the bottom of the escalator, and there were no brakes. I just had to keep climbing each moment. That's a small image of what life looks like for me every single day. And this is a big part of why I'm making this an audio recording rather than a video, as video is much more difficult for me at the moment, but I do hope to make some videos for you in the days ahead. When I pause and look behind me, I know I would never have kept going if it were not for the power and grace of God giving me the courage for one more breath and rescuing me over and over and over again when I could not stand another minute. I am also deeply grateful to the many amazing people who have played an integral part in getting me to this point. I truly believe that miracles are just around the corner, but I need help to not give up until I reach them. It is extremely uncomfortable to ask for financial help and to be in such a place of ongoing need, but this is where I find myself, and I know that when I get through this, I will pour the rest of my life into bringing hope, healing, and freedom to others. So your support now is not only for me, but for all those I will help one day. Every gift, prayer, or share matters, and I cannot thank you enough for your support. One of my favorite verses right now is Luke 1:78 in the Message translation, where it says, "Through the heartfelt mercies of our God, God's sunrise will break upon us, shining on those in the darkness, those sitting in the shadow of death." I know that the dawn is coming. Thank you for helping me to reach it.